Hey guys, what's happening? Ken Kaplan from the New England Motorcycle Museum. If you've been following us over the years, you know we've sold a lot of the Harley-Davidson Aermacchis. We've got a bunch of them in the museum here, and rarely, well, never, actually, that's how rarely or never have I seen a 67 Sprint SS in 100% original condition like this that runs like a top. This was owned by a multi-millionaire collector who specialized in Hondas and Aermacchis. He had a collection of over 20 of these. This was the crown jewel. He bequeathed it to one of his employees. We purchased 18 motorcycles from the estate, and his employee decided to sell me the Aermacchis that he got, 3 Aermacchis, and this was the crown jewel. He didn't want to let it go, but I gave, he needed money, and I gave him a price he couldn't refuse. So this is 100% original, except for the tires. It's got new tires on it, front and back. It even has the original chain on it. The paint's original, and it runs like a top. I've had a few of these myself here that I've used to ride around, and Bill Blythe actually has one. And Billy's is something that he's had for many moons, and they're pretty cool. We actually rode to Hartford with about 100 bikes earlier this summer. He took his 250 down the highway. He's doing 75 miles an hour the whole way like nothing. So let's take it for a little rip. Turn the headlights on so I don't get run over. Everything works like it would on a brand new motorcycle on this bike. Even the horn works good. These Aermacchis were originally produced for Harley-Davidson to fill a hole that Harley-Davidson had in its lineup, where they had a 900cc was the smallest street bike that they sold, and they partnered with Aermacchi overseas, bought the factory eventually, and built this lineup of mid-weight 250 and 350cc street bikes, street and trail bikes. And these were very popular for racing. They actually raced these overseas. Matter of fact, the World Championship was won on one of these in the 70s. So I'll go over that with you later. I don't want to misquote, but I've actually got some articles that I found online. So definitely very much a racing heritage bike that can be used on the track and on the street. Definitely an excellent investment. And to find one like this that handles as good as this one does, Billy Blythe, our resident road racer, is you got to remember, this is a Grand Prix shifting pattern. I went to shift up. You gotta it's all down, 4 down. So you got to remember that. I wasn't thinking. So it's 4 down. So Billy Blythe actually, who's raced at the Isle of Man 5 times and works with us here at the museum, he says he can drag the pegs on a back road, and he's surprised a couple of guys on much bigger bikes with the right rider on board. These are really quite capable machines. And this one, well, if you're looking for a time capsule that goes back to 1967, 52 years, like brand new, you're looking at it. And it runs like a brand new motorcycle. Isn't the museum beautiful with all the lights on inside? Just a nice round town bike, and you can take them on the highway too. Billy rode his all the way to Hartford for the No Tolls rally. The 4th gear is kind of like an overdrive. This bike has 5,000 original miles on it, owned by a multi-millionaire collector who spared no expense in maintaining and keeping it in a dry, heated atmosphere, so it didn't degrade in quality. Even has the original grips on it. Well, I can ride this all day, but it's getting cold and late out, so I'm going to bring her in and go over all the details with you. Purrs like a kitten. Why aren't you filming?
I am.
Huh? Quite the turning radius on this. Turns on a dime. Hey guys, Ken Kaplan from the New England Motorcycle Museum, and as you could tell on that ride, I was really excited about riding this classic original Harley-Davidson Sprint. And in fact, this is the most original and best running one I've been on yet. So good luck finding a nicer one or an original one in this condition. The bike's literally 1 in a million, or should I say 1 in 50,000, because they only made 50,000 Aermacchis over a 15-year period. So in the 67s, this particular model, there was probably only a couple thousand of them made, and I would say this is maybe a handful of them in this kind of shape. In fact, I was online doing a little bit of research.
Can I add something? So to add to that, we had a dry spell of over a year with no Harley Sprints. Look back on our YouTube channel. It took us to go and find private collections to find a handful of these bikes, and well, because the last ones left were hoarded into private collections.
And these are absolutely show machines. They're absolutely museum quality machines. This is a museum quality piece. Frank Fritz from American Pickers actually has a lightly customized Sprint SS as one of several Aermacchi made Harley-Davidsons at the National Motorcycle Museum. They have about 80 Harley-Davidsons there. And of that, several of them are these Aermacchis. And don't miss the Pebble Beach Concours d'Elegance winning Aermacchi that is in the museum's entry area. So we have them on display in the New England Motorcycle Museum. They're at the National Motorcycle Museum. These were competition bikes. They made competition versions of the Sprint that were successful in CRTT, short track, and road race motorcycles of the late 60s as an alternative to the Boltacos, Osas, and Triumphs and other brands. They competed for many years, ranking top in the pro classes on the racetrack. And here's something that's good to remember. Walter Villa won three, not one, but three 250cc and one 350cc road race world championships for Harley-Davidsons in the 1970s on this exact same motorcycle. Racing pedigree, Harley-Davidson pedigree. It is a rare opportunity to buy an original, right down to the chain on it, original exhaust system. It has a brand new battery in it. The gas tank's been cleaned, the carburetor's been recently serviced, has a brand new fuel line on it. It's been thoroughly detailed by Doc, our 60-something-year-old top-of-the-line best detailer we have out of 7 bike detailers that we have here at the museum. We had Doc do this one, and it's spotless, and he fell in love with it. So it's an air-cooled pushrod, overhead valve single. Bore is 2.598 and stroke is 2.835, displacing 246 cc's with a compression ratio of 8.5 to 1 with a Del Ordo carb. And of course, 4-speed race-style transmission, 4 gears down. So any questions about this bike, give us a call, 860-454-7024. ship it anywhere in the country. It needs nothing. It's ready to go.
Look at the latest auction results, Barrett-Jackson, Mecum, even on eBay and in the classifieds, the numbers that folks are asking for these bikes. When it comes to the Aermacchi Sprint series, these are highly desirable and increasingly difficult to find. We search for these fairly aggressively and don't come up with much.
We'd love to keep it here in the museum. It's being sold to raise funds to finish the museum first floor here and to keep the museum funds going. But if you want to display it here, you can keep it here forever. I just flipped out the camera. Check this out. You got to do a close-up on this, and you got to hold the mic for me. This is a hallmark of a bike with no miles on it. It's like brand new. With a kicker as good as this one.
Guys, the photos don't do the bike justice. This is a bike that is worthy of being displayed in any museum. This is a bike that would be accepted onto the Bring a Trailer auctions, one that's worthy of Mecum and Barrett-Jackson, or a larger auction other than our eBay page that would bring a premium dollar. He almost just wiped out. Park it before you hurt yourself. Don't worry, guys, I'll take the key out of the ignition so Ken cannot go on any more joyrides on the Aermacchi. Good luck bidding, everyone. Happy holidays from myself and the Kaplan staff, and God bless America.